Hey creeps, how's it going? It is Sunday on Memorial Day weekend, and my sister, my brother-in-law, and I are about to go to the German Village, which is in Columbus, Ohio. This is a beautiful village. I have been going to this place since I was a kid. It's the most amazing place. It's very historic. There are cobblestone streets and these old brick buildings. And the German Village in Columbus is also home to the Book Loft, which is one of the biggest bookstores I have ever been to. It is just room after room after room of endless books. I did a video about this store several years ago, so if you want to watch it, I'll link it down below. I know it's really tight, and I don't know how it is with like COVID restrictions. We'll go to another bookstore. There's actually a half-price books in Columbus that I would really like to hit up. And not only that, but we're also going to do a cavern tour, and it's been years since I've toured any caves, and I thought I would take you guys along with us for the ride. Should be a lot of fun, so let's go. They're huge, but they don't fit my head.
That Cathedral Hall has a large hole in the ground. One of the teachers who opened the caverns in the 1930s explored this hole in 1934. He claims to have gone another 300 to 500 feet before hitting water and found an underground river or lake.
That's crazy. Ew, it looks all gooey.
Ew, it does.
You see someone that you know and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
All right, I'm back. Had a really fun day. Schmidt's, the German restaurant, amazing. Usually they have a buffet, but of course, because of COVID restrictions, they did not have the buffet. So I just got like the sausage sampler with mac and cheese, which is to die for. It's so good. Also, their cream puffs are just out of this world amazing. So every single time I go there, I always get a cream puff for dessert. And this time it was like a white chocolate berry. It was amazing. Then of course after that we went to the caverns, which was really cool. It was like a self-guided tour. It wasn't the same caverns that I went to a few years ago. These were a completely different thing. They're actually pretty small overall. The other Ohio caverns I went to were huge. Of course they had other things there too. They had a really cool park and they had a mini golf, which we didn't do, but it looked like a lot of fun. They also had a petting zoo, so I got to pet some deer. I felt a little weird about it just because it's just kind of sad, honestly, but it was cool to be able to pet a deer. I've never done that before. And then, of course, we went to Half Price Books and I was able to find a couple of things. Now, I should say I am on a book buying ban right now. So really the whole point of me going into Half Price Books was to see if I could find any Fear Street. They had no Fear Street at all. I don't know why these books are so rare now. I used to see them everywhere and now they're just suddenly gone forever. So I don't know why. But I did get some really good deals on some other books. So here is Seize the Night. This is by Dean Koontz. It was in the clearance section for only $2. This is a first edition hardcover. It's in great shape. I also found a first edition first printing of Black House by Stephen King and Peter Straub. This was only $7.99. I've been needing a first edition hardcover of this for a long time, so I was glad to find this. When you go to the copyright page and you look for that number line that says if it's a first printing or not, the first printing actually does not have a 1 in the number line. There's a 2 in the number line. So there's no actual first printing with a 1 in the number line. So that can be a little bit confusing about this, but this is actually a true first printing and it's in very nice shape. Speaking of Stephen King, I found a first printing of the paperback edition of It. And this is in perfect condition, and this was only $3, which just blew my mind. I used to have a first printing of the paperback back when I was a kid. It was falling apart, which is usually the case for these paperback editions because it's so thick and people would just read the hell out of these things and they would just be falling apart. But this is in very nice sound condition. I do have a hardcover. It's not a first edition hardcover, it's like a book club edition. And usually I don't buy paperbacks, but I couldn't resist picking it up for so cheap. I also found a first printing of Web of Dreams by V.C. Andrews. Again, it's in beautiful condition. It was only $2.99. The only thing wrong with it is that there's this little tear in the corner, but otherwise the book is in great shape. And of course, because it is a first printing, it does have the step back artwork on the inside. And I did find one more book, and that is Ghosts. This is by Noel Hind. It's a supernatural thriller. This was published by Zebra Books in 1993. This isn't actually labeled as horror, it's just labeled as fiction, but it says it takes place on Nantucket Island, quiet, peaceful, idyllic. For Academy Award-winning actress Annette Carlson, it is the perfect refuge from her demanding career. And for Reverend George Osero, Ghost Hunter, it is about to become a place of unspeakable terror. So obviously, it's got ghosts, so it's a horror novel. So there is my little stack from Half Price Books. Pretty solid. It was a nice little day. I had a really good time. And I hope you guys had a great time watching this video. Please don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Later, creeps.